they'll be gathering to ask questions. Do you think there will be tense moments here? Yes, I think there will be. There will be Cubans here who want to know about relations towards Castro. They want to know about relations in the Baltic republics. But I think people want to know more about them personally. We've been waiting for this TV bridge for so long. It has been postponed because of the Congress. You can see this TV bridge not at 7:30, but at 7 in the morning, 7 a.m. So I'd like to present our studio's guest, Gavril Popov. I am happy to greet you here. You're here from the Congress discussions. Now, if we could have a little mini interview here now after the Congress. Would you say the Congress dissolved itself? Well, I think yes, factually and formally. Well, yes, I think formally we can convene a new session. But I do think that it is adjourned itself. This is the first Congress. There were several sessions. We know that there was a lot of reproach addressed towards Gorbachev. There was much criticized for foot-dragging, for being illogical. But I want to say something different. Perhaps it was at this Congress for the first time people whose speeches were not checked by the Central Committee. But they were not checked by the Central Committee, and they came to the microphone and they spoke. We had speeches about Fergana, Tbilisi, Baku, Tbilisi, Vilnius. And the all-comprehensive Soviet power began to be replaced by legislative power. And with the basis of the CPSU did come through during that Congress. But now the CPSU is becoming gravediggers for the. Now the Congress is becoming the gravediggers for the CPSU. The Supreme Soviet, within its debates, primarily concentrated on two things. On one part, it looked for guilty parties, and secondly, it was involved in self-justification. It tried to make a blow at the root, the evil of centralization. A great deal was done. A great deal was going on to change. That is, anarchy was taking place, and inter-ethnic strife was taking place. We are changing into a union of sovereign states. What it can do, what it couldn't do, is we created a new mechanism. We opened a new path to the future and turned on a light for the future. You see, I think that all sorts of evaluations of the Congress will come on later, but I think the main issues are that was aimed at, I would put it differently, the coup was aimed foremost at interfering in the creation of a new union. That is the main task. And in this main task, the Congress not only negated the results of the coup, they even increased the number of republics that want to proceed together. That says a great deal about the various merits of the Congress and the behavior of the president himself and of the Congress. But one thing I want to say, something about my colleagues. These are people, living people. They have families. They're working now 5 years as deputies. They've been criticized that they speak too much, and this in part is justified. But the deputies rose above their own problems and acted as people's deputies, acted in the path of the great deputy Sakharov. I would also like to note that in this history of the English Revolution, the parliament that was formed was called turncoats, but first session of the Congress, I would like to say a kind word about them, and I want to say thank you, and I would also like to thank you for coming to our studio. I don't know if I'm revealing a secret or not, but Gavril Popov has agreed to become a political commentator of Central Television. Does that mean you're abandoning your work as a mayor? My main work remains my main work, but as far as my participation in the political life of the country is concerned, I am very happy to accept this proposal. I hope that it's not going to take up too much time. Well, we are looking forward to your cooperation. Let's get back to today's events. The Congress, which representatives of various republics, unfortunately, did not manage to lower the temperature of various hotspots of national conflicts. News from TASS, from Tsinhuali in southern Ossetia, armed groups are active, and rallies are being held in Tbilisi to demand Gamsakhury's resignation and new elections. Edward Shevardnadze, who was here with us last night, warning about the dangerous development of events in Georgia. He was condemned as an enemy of the Republic. Hantaria and the sculptor Zariteri were also involved. This political crisis in the Republic is also involves economic crisis as well. Now I've left my anchor seat to connect here with Moldavia. Events are not simple here. According to the information we're getting from there, Moldavia has been divided into two parts, and the major rail hubs have been blockaded. Here's our correspondent, Mikhail Sakir. Tell us about what is happening. Good evening, TV viewers. There are many rumors today, but I am not a judge nor a prosecutor, so we're not going to talk about what the leaders of the Dniester area are doing, but let's talk about other things. For example, on 19 August, when all the Republic residents were supporting Yeltsin, at the same time, the Tiraspol leaders were supporting, on the contrary, the coup members. The same was done by the leaders of the so-called Gagauz Republic. Here's an interview with the People's Deputy of the Gagauz Republic. We wrote to Lukyanov. Nobody in this region is acknowledging that this was a coup in our area. That is what is being reported from Moldavia. In Tiraspol, in Ribnica, there are railroad blockades in all the coastal area and the southern area of Moldavia. This is going on. So goods cannot get into Moldavia nor into the rest of the country. So I can boldly say that all these actions are aimed overall at destabilizing the situation in the country. Can you say that the leaders of the Dniester area, Smirnov and Polosov, have been arrested? As far as their arrest, Smirnov and Polosov, that is probable. Their arrest is probable. 6 leaders have been arrested in this area by a constitutional article. It is hard to judge what's the problem here. This is at the order of Messias Negur that they've been arrested. He has insisted that troops be withdrawn from Moldavia and that negotiations must be begun on the procedure for withdrawing these troops from Moldavian territory. Does this mean that Moldavia is going to have its own armed forces? It's hard for me to say about that. I can say with probability that there is the decree of the Snegur, the Republic President, which in part says that military units that are in the Republic territory, that is the Soviet Army, must be subject to the legislation of the Moldavian Republic. This is a very important point with which to begin the negotiations between the leadership of Moldavia and the Republic, that is the withdrawal of troops from Moldavia. Will there be, let's say, finally a National Guard? It's hard for us to say. Let's see, and time will tell. Well, we will await information from you, and goodbye. And one more hotspot.